there's a proper period in which a person writes a book, and that has varied for me from book to book. But with almost every book I've done, the notion of it actually started a lot earlier. When I think about Between the World and Me, I think about my friend Prince Jones getting killed 15 years before that book was ever written. When I think about Beautiful Struggle, I think about being a kid in Baltimore and trying to process. And when I think about The Water Dancer, I think about a period in my life around 2008, 2009 or so, when I was really trying to understand the Civil War and slavery. But once I got to the actual novel, what I quickly realized was that the source material for this, unlike so much of my other work, which was, rooted in memoir, was actually so many of, the enslaved and, freed black folks who had already written about the experience. And of course, that literature stretches back to 1619, some 400 years. Literally, the way the book is written, by which I mean the actual voice, the things that are, the way the guy talks, is pulled from the past. It's me writing. But it's not a story as I would tell it today, if that makes sense. I think that's a big difference between, The Water Dancer, Between the World and Me, Beautiful Struggle, and even We Were 8 Years in Power. That's very much my voice. With The Water Dancer, I felt like I was trying to channel something much, much older. Hiram is searching for his mother, and his inability to find his mother, he looks for replacements the whole time. Much of his tension with Sophia is because in his mind, he's thinking, I'm not letting this happen again. And then he probably says it at some point in the book, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna let this happen again. Much of his tension, with Thena is rooted in, the feeling of hurt that he has, in terms of what happened with his mother. Much of his relationship with his dad, is this, search for, some sort of, parental figure. There are people like that all through the book. I mean, you can look at his relationship with Conklin, all through it, looking for that parental figure that he, who's basically an orphan, never really had. The notion of 400 years always has this sort of resonance, within the African-American community. And for it literally to be, 400 years from, the arrival of black people in this country holds such tremendous significance, because I feel like it's a historic point that folks will look back on. There's so much, other work being done this year that's significant. And I'm really happy that The Water Dancer is part of that.